Hello, welcome to yoga. What I would like to do in this sequence is just a really small piece. It's all about the bridge pose, and so I want to teach it with care and give you some cues on how to do it. So what will happen is sometimes the bridge pose can, you can feel it in your lower back a bit. So I also want to add in a lower back release at the end, either a figure four or a twist. Let's see what happens. I might do both. So you have a scarf, because I do want to open the chest, open the shoulders with a scarf briefly so we can talk about that. So that is a big deal about the bridge pose. It's a shoulders back, really lifted chest. I'm connecting it again into the solar plexus chakra this week because it opens that space really well. So definitely a good idea. All right, so what we're going to do is set our feet up. We're going to be seated for a little bit so I can talk about a couple things. So right here, I want you to notice the feet and line the toes forward. This is an important thing. When you're laying on your back, you can't see your feet. So I want you to feel it now. So ideally, you want your feet turning forward. So right now, just activate your big toes and see if you can press them in and feel how that guides the legs in. So what accidentally happens when you can't see down to your toes is that sometimes in bridge pose, people have their feet out a little bit, or one's out, one's in. It's just something you want to feel now. If you can, press the big toes down. Now, the upper body, thinking about a chest opener. We're going to take the arms back, just like you're getting ready for windshield wipers, and open the chest to the sky. So big toes touch down really briefly. Just inhale, exhale. And since we're here, just relax back and do a few windshield wipers. Just warming up the legs and the spine. Can't hurt it on. And let your head turn the other way. And let's add in our breath. Inhale up, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Very nice. Okay. So now I want to feel the shoulders a little more, so I want to warm them up with a scarf. So I'm going to do the up and over. So you take 2 spots on your scarf. Your legs are however you want them to be for comfort. I'm going to take mine out like that. And you lift up and just start to feel it out. So how far do you want to take your arms back? How far do you want your hands apart? To practice that open shoulder and that stretch. So I'm going to come forward and do it 2 more times. Inhale up, exhale back. Your arms, you're welcome to take them lower if it feels right for you. Inhale up, exhale forward. And I'm going to do it 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Nicely. So warming up those shoulders, getting them ready to roll back and underneath you. Is that what's important? Yeah, that's it. Now I want to start going into it. So the bridge pose, I'd like to show it to you one time. Now this is if you've never done bridge pose or you need a reminder. When you're laying back in it, on your back, you don't want to turn your head to the side to peek. And I'm going to do my best not to do that when I'm teaching you too, because that is not safe for the neck. You really want your eyesight straight up. So that's where I'm going to do a couple bridge poses. And this first one, I would love if you watched me so I can show you the form. Oh yeah, there's one more little thing I want to show before I go down. It's this tiny little movement that you hear me often talk about. It's right in here. It's a little tuck of the tailbone, drawing it down. And it's going to help in the bridge pose. So if you practice it here with me for a moment, that drawing of the tailbone down. All right, so here I go. Can you watch? I'll try not to take too long so you don't just sit there watching me. So you set your feet up and you brush your heels with your hands. And often that is the right place. It doesn't work for everybody's body, but often that works. And I want to feel that your toes are going that way and you press your big toes down a little more right away so you can feel that idea. And the first thing I want to teach is getting the chest to open a little more. So you're going to keep your butt down and try to open your shoulders. So I'm going to push my elbows down. I was taught this once. Oh, there's Maisie. And open. I press the shoulders up and I see if I can get the shoulders and chest lifted. So now my eyesight is going to stay directly up and I bring my hands down. And now I'm bringing my hips up to join. So I'm just going to keep my hands like this for the moment. Feel down to my toes that they're pressing down, and I'm trying to stretch my legs long. So what you want to avoid is that you're not squeezing up into your glute muscles. It's not that. You're supposed to not use these butt muscles. You actually want to release them. And here's where you're going to do that little tailbone tuck. So drawing the tail, looking straight up, I know. Drawing the tailbone down. So deep breath here. So open heart. Now, if you want to, then see, they could have already done this too. Rolling the shoulders underneath, interlacing the fingers, totally optional though. Your arms can be set up in the other way too. A yoga block can be really nice for resting the hips on, so that's another option. But here is your bridge pose. Relaxing through the glutes and all that good stuff. So I'm going to release that one down and have you lay on your back if you haven't yet and join me. And I'm going to release my lower back a little bit. So if you want to start here with me or join me here, draw your knees in and just stretch a little bit in the lower back. And we'll go into our second one. All right, so putting the feet down, knees are about hip width apart. Feel that the big toes are touching down a little more firmly. You're drawing the knees in. Good. Reach your hands down. Can your fingers brush your heels? You see how close my feet are? Maybe you can peek at me for a second, but then turn your eyes side up, and let's keep it up for now, for the rest of the time. Keep your eyes side up. So now, keeping your butt down, possibly try this out. Press your elbows down like you're a little robot, and you press the shoulders down and open your chest, lifting it up. Okay, so maybe your hips and butt want to lift up and join that. My hands come down to the ground. Trying my best not to squeeze up into the glutes. So I'm going to take it one step further and roll the shoulders underneath and interlace the fingers. See if that's right for you. And then I'm going to practice pressing again the big toes down. Contracting, never mind, not contracting your glute muscles, but instead tucking your tailbone and lengthening through the lower back. So really deep breath. And beautiful. Then I'm going to start to slowly bring the shoulders out, lower the hips down to the ground, settle them in. And now for the lower back release here, I'm going to cross one leg over into a figure four and lifting it up, reaching through. Now what you could also do for a lower back release is just pulling one knee in, the other leg extends long. You could also do a twist if you choose. So I'm going to choose the figure four and just open it that way. And then releasing that figure four down, you switch to the second side, bring it up. Release that down. So just relax here a moment, let your shoulders settle back, your palms turn up. Your knees could be bent or extended long, either way. Close your eyes, allow your body to get heavy into the ground. Feel the rise and fall of your breath. Allow your body to sink more deeply into the ground. Notice your facial muscles and see if you can relax through your face, your jaw, your cheekbones, around your eyes. Just allow it to settle a little more. You might just stay as you are, stay relaxed. If you're ready to move, you can just move gradually, feet and fingers. I'm going to draw my knees into my chest, wrapping my hands or arms around them and giving my body a little hug, a little tuck. You could roll straight up the middle, or you could reach your arms up and roll to one side. So you're laying on one shoulder and then gently press up from there. Nice and gradual. Take a seat and finish off with a little namaste moment by bringing the palms together, touching in. The light within me salutes the light within you.